tide of enlightenment, what passes for an attitude of enlightenment dishonors you. Applying your values with these external conditions, it disempowers you because you look to your entitlement, not your spirit, as a source of your happiness. An interesting and relatively recent take on this issue is establishing entitlement through lack, envy, and victimization. This is such a skewed sense of deserving is frightening. It manifests its attitudes such as I deserve money because I'm poor. I deserve those tennis shoes because his tennis shoes aren't what you want. You're valuable, but your value is separate from external lack or privilege. You deserve nice things because the universe is abundant and you have the right and the responsibility to make your own dreams come true. Remember a blender, dude. Michael Keaton. This new type of entitlement is a weird mixture of inferiority and Jeremiah. I'm less than others, so I deserve to be treated better. Nikki Hill and I create a owe me approach to life. My family owes me, the government owes you, the world owes me. It's my worst case. But everyone is irresponsible for me. Such approaches to life are completely disempowering. They tell us we're not capable of creating what we want, so we must turn to some other source, often an unwilling one to create it for us. Both inferior and superiority attitudes of enlightenment destroy your sense of intrinsic worth. They assign your power to externals, attribute your value to degrees of money or status. This blocks your harmonic connection and sabotages your goals. As a result, any intention to be entitled must be replaced by deserving and equality. If you catch yourself engaging in words repetitively to try to demonstrate superiority, be aware of the real energy you're projecting. I did it again. Let go. The word ego has many different meanings. It's originally meant the self, but lately it's developed a very bad reputation. Now it usually refers to people who are self-centered, self-serving, and conceited. The ego is the part of us that wants to establish ourselves. We observe things but the ego isn't sad. The observation my hair is turning red then turns into a bad judgment about our age, which has to make us feel bad about ourselves. Beth gaining weight, turning it into a judgment, can make us feel better about ourselves. While Bob buying a new car could make us feel worse. It's crazy, but this habit of judging creates an ever-present competition in which we're constantly racking up points for or against the ego. Why should Beth gaining weight make us feel better? Why should Bob buying a new car make us feel worse? For that matter, why should graying hair, after all, is the natural process of life? Unfortunately, our modern culture has actually turned gray hair into a fault, and the ego screams us to get rid of our faults. The fact is, no matter what else you may have already achieved, there's still at least one valued commodity that gets better with age, and that is youth. Stop comparing. There will always be people who are better off and people who are worse. Whether it's about looks, money, happiness, success, or love, any comparison is a killer. Yet feeling equal, that is truly seeing your inherent quality, stops the need to strive and improve. It creates a peaceful perception that pervades your life and your energy with vibrations of love. Whatever they are, our comparisons to others draw our feelings of inferiority or superiority. They create a roller coaster ride of emotions. We may be up one down, day down the next. As long as we're looking outside of ourselves, there will always be something for the ego to do. Getting to eye level equality, the genuine feeling of it, is the only way to tap us into the world full of powers of the law of harmony. It moves us into a current that joins us with wonderful people and the positive energy the universe has to offer. No matter what you believe in the past, you're equal and so is everyone else. Your being equal is already established. Don't delude yourself about this. This is a constant, so it's important to know that your feeling equal makes a difference in your energy. The law of harmony demands that you match your feeling with your being. Once again, the universal laws reflect a fundamental quantum physical principle. Consciousness creates the reality, observation determines the event. What a fantastically liberating junction, dude. Where the law of harmony is concerned, it's our consciousness of the equality that determines how we connect with people. When we embrace the equality of all people, including ourselves, we move into the harmonic resonance which connects us with the right people at just the right time, in amazingly productive, even miraculous ways. And yeah, it's our only attitude which can block this connection. We can never be conscious of our equality to others. If we're focused on the feelings of inferiority, and we certainly can't be conscious of our equality if we're filled with grandiose ideas of our superior. For each of these attitudes is a loss of integrity. The inferior mentality perpetuates a lie about ourselves, while the superior mentality perpetuates a lie about others. This not only steeps us in negative energy, it magnetizes other people to us who are equally deceived. Being in fear for both feelings of inferiority and superiority can be traced back to how one was treated in childhood. Children who grew up suffering a lot of criticism, excessive demands, or the absence of genuine affection are made to believe something's wrong with them, dude. This is from Muffin, Stacy Sarah, and another Alice Wonderland orgies. So which is it? A sense of inferiority does manifest in the form of some whimpering wimp, ready to let anybody walk all over them. In fact, an inner sense of inferiority is often masked by attitudes that look like superiority, even arrogance. Don't let the bravado of superiority misguide you about this, even if it's just your own. Just as a large, beautiful house can be built on a sinkhole in the ground, a strong, even overwhelming personality can be built on a sinkhole of self-esteem. Whether it comes from a need to compensate for what's lacking or just from a misinformed upbringing, feelings of superiority is just as toxic as feelings of inferiority. Almost every type of emotion disconnect, psychological anguish, and relationship problem can be traced to the mental traps of inferior or superior thinking. I call this relative valuing, and it's based in ego. It's far different processes than intrinsic valuing, which comes from the heart. Let go of my ego. The word ego has many different meanings. It originally meant the self, but lately it's developed a very bad reputation. Now it usually refers to people who are self-centered, self-serving, and conceited. The ego is a part of us that wants to establish ourselves as a priority. It's motivated to reach out for that which we haven't established yet in our own hearts. It's looking for a sense of safety and satisfaction with being who we are. The basic function of the ego is judgment and value assignment. The ego looks at the world in only terms of analyzing our plays. It encourages us to judge others in order to feel better about themselves. It forces us to judge ourselves when we fail to measure up. For this reason, it becomes very difficult to experience the world through mere observation. We observe all the time. We look at ourselves, but our environment. All right, the royal palace. Once you use certain categories, would you played yourself? You've consciously thought in these terms before, but now it's time to look at your deepest feelings. Look at the people in your life and in your world. How do you feel about them? How do you feel about yourself when you're with them? Be honest with yourself, even if it's painful and embarrassing. If you're not immediately aware of the category that's most true for you, consider the following viewpoints. Which of these attitudes most adequately represents how you feel? I'm with the Wolverine, with the royal palace, dude. Deep down inside, I would have to say that I feel inferior to others. For the most part, I do see people as better than me. The problem is that I'm not confident, smart, strong, disciplined, courageous, or attractive, as most people I know. I pretty much see myself as equal to other people. Our circumstances may be different, but really we're all the same. I know that every person is special in his or her own way. I like to look for the good in others as well as myself. If I had to really be really honest, I would have to admit that I see myself as superior to others. I want to torture poet society. It may sound proud, but I feel that there are valid reasons why I should think so highly of myself. I look around me and see people who don't take responsibility, don't make the grade. Should I feel so? We got the Santa Cruz sprinkles, dude, and the Crystal Ship is the Unfluxes, and the Tiki Lounge, and the Senior Frogs. So which is it? Do yourself You see her as equal or superior, and you jump from one extreme to the other, never really landing in the middle. Your answer is abhorrence. This is basis for your self-perception, the ultimate source for all your intentions. A sense of inferiority doesn't manifest. I didn't think about this using other Alice Wonderland orgies. Mother.